Hello soulmates, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new to this channel, you're very much welcome. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew this trendy Ankara Jumbo pant. So this pant has two pocket design, the one by the waist and also cargo pocket. It also has an elastic waistband, a big elastic waistband with a rope. So this is a jumbo pant, so it is very big and stylish. So if this is a tutorial you're interested in, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, drop a lovely comment in the comment section, and also share this video with your friends. So without wasting much time, guys, let's get right into the tutorial. So guys, for this tutorial you will need an Ankara fabric or any fabric of your choice. So I was able to use about 3.5 yards, not up to 3.5, but it was more than 3 yards. So this was because the pants I made has 4 pockets, 2 by the waist and 2 big cargo pockets. So for the elastic, if you don't have the 2 inches elastic band, you can just use this 1 inch, then you will join it together to make a 2 inch. I will show you how to do that also. So guys, for the measurement of this trouser, that is your measurement that you will need. So you will need your hip measurement, you need your trouser length, you will need your inseam. I forgot to add this, which I will add later. So you need your knee length. So you don't need your thigh measurements, so I cancel that. You don't need your thigh measurement. So now let's do a little bit of calculation. So your hip divided by 4, which is 10. So this calculation is for the folding of your fabric. So when you want to fold your fabric, so that you don't waste so much of fabric, so this is what the calculation is about. So that 10 again divided by 4, that's 2.5. So now 10 plus 2.5, then your sewing allowance. So for the side I'm using 1 inch, and for the crotch area I'm using ½ inch, so that's 1.5. So everything all together is 14. But because this is a jumbo pant, we have to add ease allowance, so I'll be using 4-inch ease allowance. So altogether like that I have 18 inches. So when I'm cutting the front bodies, I will fold my fabric into 18 inches. I hope you understand this calculation. So this is just a calculation when you want to fold your trouser and measure your trouser. So the 10 is the hip divided by 4, the 2.5 is the 10 divided by 4 again, the 1.5 is the sewing allowance, and the 4-inch is the ease allowance. So that is what we'll be folding this fabric with. So now I folded this fabric and I folded it in 18 inches. So now at this lower part here, I will take 2 inches upward. This is for the hemming of my trouser at the lower part there. So I'll be hemming my trouser with 2 inches. So that's the line over there. So I'll move this downward so that I can focus on the upper part of this trouser. So now, like I wrote down here, I'm working with a trouser length of 42 inches. So I'm placing my tape on 42 inches. That's after the 2 inches that I measured downward. So for the band, I'm using a band of 2 inches. So I'll measure that like that. So I took out the 2 inches. So that's the point for the 2 inches. But because I'll be joining my band to my trouser, so I still need ½ inch at this upper part. So that's the ½ inch I added again. So like I said, this fabric is folded in 18 inches. So that's 18 inches right there. So now we need to locate the crotch line. So for my crotch line, I'll just deduct my inseam from my trouser length. So my trouser length is 42 and my inseam is 32 inches. So 42 minus 32, so I have 10. Because this is a jumbo pant, it has to be free, so I will be adding 1 inch to this 10 inches, so I'll be using 11. So you place your tape after the 2 inches band, then you measure 11 inches. So I'll be using 11 inches, not 10. So now I'll rule a line across the point. Then the next thing I'll be measuring now is my hip line. So the hip line is a little bit above your crotch line. So mine is 9.5, and I'll just be ruling a line across this point too. So now it's time to take all our measurements. So you start by taking the hip divided by 4. So my hip divided by 4 is 10. Then the next thing I will take is the 4 inches ease allowance. So that's the 4 inches. So let me extend this line like this. So after this, the next thing I will take now is my 1 inch sewing allowance for the side. So that's the 1 inch sewing allowance. Then the next thing I'll be measuring is my crotch extension, which is just your hip divided by 16. Mine is 2.5. Then I'll be adding 0.5 for the joining at the crotch area over there, as you can see. So altogether like that, I have 18 inches, just like the calculation I did. So this is hip divided by 4. Then the next thing is allowance of 4 inches. Then 1 inch for joining at the side here. Then my crotch extension, which is 2.5. Then 0.5 for the joining at the crotch area. So now I'll measure everything I have up to this side joining allowance, the hip divided by 4, the 4 inches is allowance, and 1 inch side sewing allowance. So I'll measure that, then I'll just connect it upward like that. So the line left the line left at this other side is just my crotch extension and 0.5 for the joining at the crotch. So I took away half inch at this part here. So this is just to slant the waist area a little bit. So this is what I have. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to connect from the hip line to the crotch, to the end of this crotch extension that I measured. So as you can see how I'm connecting this, so this is what it looks like. So that is the new line. So the next thing I want to do is to add half inch to this part here, so that when I want to join, I will use the half inch to join the side. So you have to add your half inch at the side. So I've added the half inch, and that's the new line over there. So this is what I have here. So I'm not taking away anything at this waist area. This is because there will be an elastic band at the waist area. So I'll be leaving this just like that. So the next thing I'll be doing is to go down by about 1.5 for my crotch line. This is to locate my thigh length. So this is my thigh length, and I'm not taking any thigh measurement here. I'll just go, like, see the way I'm slanting this, just like half inch away like this. Then I will connect this line downward. I'm not taking my thigh measurement here because this is a free trouser, so definitely the thigh cannot be tight. I hope you understand. The 4 inches is allowance we added to it will not make it tight. So I'll just connect this downward. So when I noticed this was too much, I reduced it. So at this side here, I'm not taking anything away. So this is how it will be. So I'm not taking anything away. So this side here, it is too much. What I took out is too much. So I'm just reading it downward again. So when I measured what I took out at this side, like with my tape, so what I took out was just 1 inch by this side, 1 inch. I think it's about 1.5 rather, 1.5 inch. Then just, you see the way I connected it from that crotch area down to this part. So this this new line is the one I will be cutting. The first one I draw was too much. So see what I cut out right now. So now the front bodies is ready. So we'll use this one to cut the back bodies. So now for the back bodies, what I here is 20 inches. You know, for the front, I folded my fabric in 18 inches, but this one I'm folding it in 20 inches. So now I'll place this on it to make sure the lower part is aligning, especially if you are using this kind of fabric that I'm using, so that your joining can be the same. So make sure you align these together at the lower part here. So at this upper part, this is what I have here. So this is what it looks like. So I'll be adding 2 inches here. This is for the back, the butt at the back, so that it can accommodate my bum. So I'll be adding just 2 inches extra here. So I'll measure what I have at this waist area, then that's what I'll measure here too. So I'm not doing any, normally when I'm doing a fitted pant, I go inward by 2 inches, but because this is a free pant, so I'll just be I'm rolling this line like this, then I'll measure what I have here and I'll measure it here. So wherever it gets to, I'll just locate the point. So this is where it is getting to. So at this crotch area, please note that I extended this line inward, like 1 inches inward. So that was why when we were folding, we folded the fabric in 20 inches, not 18 inches, so that this can accommodate the extension. So now I will use another my French curve to connect this point together. As you can see how I'm connecting it, so this is what the back looks like. As you can see that it is different from the front, it is different. So this is what it will look like when you connect it again. So we have a new, so you connect the 2 points together, the at the waist area and also at the crotch area. I hope you understand. So this is what it looks like. As you can see the extension at the waist area and the extension at the crotch area. Then you blend this crotch area to the tie. So just blend it to the tie and you are good to go. So now this is just the difference between the back and the front. So I will go ahead and cut this now. So you cut the waist and you cut the crotch area. So this is what we have. So this is what the front and the back looks like after cutting. So this is what it looks like. So I'll go over now and cut my cargo pockets. So this is my cargo pocket. I have a detailed tutorial on how to cut a cargo pocket. I will link it up here and I'll also pin it in the comment section. So for this cargo pocket, I'm using 16 by 11 inches. So I'll be folding it like this at this part here, and for the other side I'll be folding it also. So this is the cover of the cargo pocket, and this is on fold, and this is what will be by the side of the cargo pocket. Like I said, that video that I'll be linking up here is a detailed tutorial, so you will understand everything better. So this is what the cargo pockets looks like. So these are everything you need. So now for the pockets by the waist area, so this is what I cut out. This is on fold and this is 13 by 9 inches. It is 13 inches long and 9 inches wide, and it is on fold. The measurement is on fold. Please note that. So now I will open this pocket. So I'll open it and I will trim it. Before I open it, let me notch this midpoint here, and I will notch this midpoint here too. So this is the front trouser. This is the front trouser pattern. So for the length, I'm using length of 9 inches, and for the wideness here, I'm using 4 inches. So 4 inches inward, 4 inches inward, and 9 inches deep. So that is what I'm using. So now I will connect these 2 points together. I'll connect the 2 points together like this. So this is what I did. So just slant it like that. So the line I measured earlier was too small. It was too small. So the new line is 9 inches. Okay, that was what I even said earlier. So that's 9 inches and the upper part is 4 inches. So you open the pocket like this, the fabric rather, you open it like this. Then to one side of the fabric, you place this other front on it, then you cut together. Because we'll be sewing this with ½ inch, so let me just put ½ inch here so that when I sew it will be back to the original line. So I'll cut this away now. As you can see that the fabric I cut for the pocket, I open it up before I cut this part away. Please make sure you open it up. So that was why I notched it, so that when I'm folding it back, I can know how to fold. So now to sew these pockets, you place the right side of the fabric for the pocket on the right side of the trouser so right side facing each other. Then you pin it together like this, then you sew at that edge there. So this is the right side of the fabric, and for the pockets fabric, so that's the right side facing it. So right side of both fabric is facing each other. So you pin this together, then you sew with ½ inch. So after sewing, make sure you top stitch, then you iron this. So the ironing line will be where you notched, so at the pocket inward, so where you notched should be aligning. So the ironing line will be where you notched, so at the pocket inward, so where you notched should be aligning. So the ironing line will be where you notched, so at the pocket inward, so where you notched should be aligning. So the ironing line will be where you notched, so at the pocket inward, so where you notched should be aligning. So So I top stitch inside. So if you notice there's a line inside, so I top stitch. So this part here where I notched, so that's where the folding line will be. So I forgot to tell you that I also sew this part here downward. I just sew that part alone straight downward. So now this is what the pocket is looking like. So let me tell you the measurement again of this pocket. So this is 13 inches and it is 9.5 inches. So this is on fold. So just so you know, so 13 inches by 9.5 inches, that's what I'm using. So guys, I'm pinning this pocket to my fabric, that is the trouser that I cut, the front bodies of the trouser. So make sure you pin it so that it doesn't move. So I pinned it at the waist area and also by the side over there. So I'll also do the same thing too for this other side here. So pin at this side here, then you pin at the waist area. And make sure you relax this pocket so that it is not folding inside. So the next thing I want to do is to join this at the crotch area. Join it at the crotch area. Then for the back also, I will join it at the crotch area. So after joining, this is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and join it by the side. So because I'm fixing a cargo pocket, normally I shouldn't join it at the crotch at first. I should join it at the side first. That is the side of the two, the front and the back should be joined at first so that you can easily fix the cargo pockets. But because this trouser is a jumbo pants, it is very wide, so it can still allow me to open up this side and I can still easily fix my cargo pockets. When you are sewing yours, you can first join the side before the crotch. So depending on where you want your cargo pocket to be, but make sure that the cargo pocket is below this pocket at the side so that you are not sewing the cargo pocket on the side pocket, that is the pocket by the waist. So this is my cargo pocket. I went ahead to sew it. Like I said, the tutorial will be in the comment section. I'll link it in the comment section. I'll pin it in the comment section rather. So this is the cover. So this is what the cover looks like, and this is what my pocket looks like. So depending on where you want to fix your cargo pocket, so for me, I want this cargo pocket to start from that where that blue line is. So and lucky enough for me, so the pocket is below the pocket I have at the waist, at that waist area. So the pocket is below it, so I'm not sewing on that pocket. So now you go ahead and just draw the shape of the cargo pocket. Make sure everything is equal. You are balancing, like you are dividing the cargo pockets on both seam line. That is, my own is 10, so 5 on one side, 5 on the other side, because there's a joining at the center over there. So now since I've drawn the line, so this is what the cover will look like. So I'll place the cover on top just like this. I will sew it down. Then for this one too, I'll go ahead and sew it down. Like I said earlier, I have a detailed tutorial on cargo pants and cargo pockets, so I'll pin it in the comment section if you need it. So I'll do the same thing for the other side, and after I was done, this is what the pocket looks like. So this is what it looks like. It came out perfect. So after fixing your cargo pocket, the next thing you will do now is to join your trouser at the crotch area. Make sure that the crotch for the front and the back is aligning. Make sure it is aligning. You can sew from one crotch point from the center to the edge of the trouser on both sides so that you can align them. So after that, the next thing now is the waistband. So this will be in another tutorial so that it can be detailed. I don't want this video to be too long. So this is what the band looks like after I was done joining. So I have a detailed tutorial that I'll post after this. So it will be how to fix your elastic band and how to fix the rope. So now you go ahead and hem the lower part of your trouser, then your trouser is ready. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like this video, share this video with your friends, and also drop a lovely comment. Let me know if you are interested in the waistband tutorial also. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.